All right, friends, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are back right where you probably saw us a little while ago in a different video, completely different event. Today, we are doing an event for Cap Trust back at one of our favorite places in all of North Carolina called the Angus Barn Pavilions. The restaurant is right up that way. This is the building they built out back years ago to do private events. It's a Wednesday, so we are here back at the Angus Barn. We were just here Friday for the big cancer gala, and then I went to the beach for a few days, got some work in, and now we're back to work here on this beautiful Wednesday in mid-March. So got the new Bunn bins, needs a bath in the background. Full video on that coming soon if it's not already out. But today we want to talk a little bit about corporate events versus wedding events. And like I said, today this is the corporate, and then from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, in about 3 days, we're gonna be at a beautiful place called the Wakefield Barn just outside of Raleigh, and we're gonna be doing a wedding for a couple there. So let's just get right into it. First and foremost, the main thing that Saquon and I were talking about, the differences are gear-wise. Now, I'm not gonna say this is always the case, but in this particular instance, all they really wanted was a set of speakers and the Bunn Gear Command Center. Number one, why? Because there's only 150 people, so the Evolve 90s that you'll see in just a minute are more than enough. We probably should have brought the Evolve 50s just so they take up a little bit less of a footprint, but we got the 90s, so we're here now, all good. In the background, you can probably hear the band warming up. They're gonna take some of the entertainment duties tonight, so normally there is some sort of other entertainment besides just the DJ going on. They're gonna take some of those duties. Tonight, our goal is to provide sound on the podium, the clear podium that you see up there, play the bumpers when people are walking up to get their awards, and just prevent any awkward dead air. Then the band's gonna do the first half of the entertainment. At the end of the night, we're gonna take the DJ booth, we're gonna drag it into the other room, which you'll see the layout in just a minute, hook into their sound system. Saquon will probably strike the big speakers, the Evolve 90s, and we're gonna be out of here in 5 minutes at the end of this night. So that's number one, not nearly as much gear. They didn't want any lights. Second thing is there's not nearly as much prep. So for me, I had all the bumpers already cut, like a bunch of instrumentals, a bunch of stuff just trimmed right to the chorus. I've got them on a folder that I keep on my laptop for events just like this. And then third, I would say it's less stressful. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where weddings are just high stress, especially the ceremony, making sure the audio is right. This is a little bit less stressful than a wedding to me. And the fact that it's on a Wednesday night is another difference, because this is just kind of a gravy show, right? Normally we just work on the weekends. Stuff that pops up in the middle of the week, I love to go do it because it's just an extra day, extra source of income. So I'm sure I'll think of some more stuff, the differences between weddings and corporates as this gig goes along, or when we get there and start to set up on Saturday. But on this video, you're gonna see two completely different shows. Obviously corporate today, wedding in a few days. It's gonna be a great look behind the scenes, so make sure to stick around and watch until the end. Here we go. Okay guys, so we are all set up. As you can see, this room is where the band is gonna be. This is where we were just the other night for the big gala. Tonight we are inside, kind of over beside the stage, because I need to see the people walking up and walking off. Mainly in there, I'm just doing the arrival music. Should be here any minute now. I'm probably gonna bring in a bus if I had to guess, because they're probably coming from some sort of conference downtown. And this is probably 20, 30 minutes outside of Raleigh, or as you're leaving Raleigh heading towards Durham. So they should be here any minute. Warm-up music, dinner music, awards bumpers, move the party in here, band kicks it off. Band ends around 9:15. I take over for the last 45 minutes. And again, me and Saquon are literally gonna pick up the command center, walk it and put it right over there, and plug into their system, and then finish the night out about 10 o'clock and we're done. So another positive of the corporate stuff is usually doesn't go too late, especially on a Wednesday, and especially because they probably have more seminars tomorrow. So stick around, let's see how this goes. Not sure it's gonna be dancing or more just vibes, but we're gonna find out soon. Okay, everybody, so we got done with the awards thing, played a bunch of bumpers. They emceed the whole thing, so I didn't even have to do the voice of God or anything. Then the band, which is actually made up of employees that work here, is out on the patio where we were the other night. They're ripping through their set. I think they have a 75-minute set. We were a little bit behind. So as soon as they started, me and Saquon picked up the command center, moved it in there to play through their PA. Fingers crossed we didn't get to do a sound check. And then Saquon packed up the Evolve 90s and everything else. So we are ready to roll out. As soon as the band's done, we're gonna play probably a 15-minute set. It's not a lot of dancing, it's a lot of hanging out, a lot of conversations. It's a finance group. I didn't expect a lot, but they're having a good time. We're having a good time. We ate incredible food, as always, here at the Angus Barn. But we're gonna play a short set, then we're gonna take that booth, we're gonna put it on this little cart, we're gonna roll it up in the van, and we will be out of the building, I'm gonna call it, in 10 minutes. At 10:10, we are leaving the premises. And then, like I said, got a couple of days off, and then we are right back into wedding season. So we're gonna show you guys corporate versus wedding, what's similar, what's different. So keep watching this video. You're gonna get 2 shows in one. All right, y'all, just pulled in back to the office. We definitely got out of that place in 10 minutes tops. Less. What do you think, Saquon? Less?
10:05.
10:05, we were in the van, on the move, back to the office. It's 10:30 right now. We're gonna wrap up part 1 of this, which was the corporate gig. And of course, in a few days, we will start to show you guys a wedding at the historic Wakefield Barn. It's a beautiful place. And talk a little bit more about the differences between corporate and weddings for those of you that are not familiar with one or the other. All right, I'm going to bed. I'm gonna chill, work tomorrow. I'm going to a wedding Friday as a guest, which is kind of weird. And then gonna rock it on Saturday. So stay tuned and let's keep this video going. Good night. Okay guys, as promised, part 2 of the video, corporate versus wedding. We are here at the historic Wakefield Barn. This is basically north Raleigh, almost to Wake Forest, North Carolina. We've been here a bunch. You've seen videos before from us from here. It is a gorgeous venue. Truly was a barn, and then downstairs where the stables were is where the cocktail hour is gonna be. We'll get some footage of that. But like I said, we're gonna show you 2 different shows today. We were corporate the other day. Today, Saturday, we're doing this wedding here. Getting ready to get started. We've got all the gear upstairs, which is tough in this venue. You have to use like basically a handicap lift because the elevator has never worked here. So they got this handicap lift working finally. So we got all the gear up here. We are doing a room flip today, so we can't set up our big rig. We're gonna set up our ceremony rig right up here, and I'm gonna hide kind of over in the little corner over there and project it back towards the audience, and they won't be able to see me over there. Then we're gonna go downstairs, set up another Everse 8 for the cocktail hour, and then we're basically just gonna wait, do the ceremony. We're gonna show you how it goes from looking like it is right now, and Saquon will get a shot of that in a second, to looking like a reception site. So follow along, and I'll be giving you some more tips along the way on how corporates are different from weddings. All right, so just enjoying a little bit of time before the ceremony gets started. We got here probably too early today because we couldn't set up all the DJ gear because we have to do that during the room flip. So we just been walking around, checking out the property. Unbelievably gorgeous day. I have a feeling they're gonna regret not getting married out here on the lawn. Too late now, no big deal. A little more controlled inside for us in terms of doing the audio, so not a big deal. But we're all set up, ready to go in terms of the cocktail hour and the ceremony, and basically just killing a little bit of time and going over the schedule with the planner. Just a second ago, I need to grab a couple other songs. Probably need to grab a wired microphone for making an announcement down here on the Everse 8 to send people back upstairs after the cocktail hour. But all in all, we are ahead of schedule and ready to go. Okay, so we're back. Room flip is complete. What we tried to do was shoot a time lapse. We failed miserably. Number 1, because somebody was standing in front of the camera. Number 2, it was shot vertically. I mean, it was a lot of work. Taquan and I kind of had our stuff staged underneath those 2 staircases, brought it over here, set up, and we're good to go. Cocktail hour music is playing downstairs. We also have the audio guest book, and we got everything. So the lights are all set. We're about ready to go. Again, going back to the comparison between the corporate and the wedding world, this is a lot more stressful, right? I mean, you saw me doing the ceremony, or at least know that I did the ceremony audio. I was up by the couple instead of all the way at the back of the room just because I didn't trust the distance. And I was hidden up there behind a little wall so the guests couldn't see me and I could still control the volume on the back of the speaker, even though, yes, I know I could be doing it with my iPad. But the ceremony went perfectly, and now, like I said, we're moving into this. But I would say, you know, just the main difference between corporate and weddings is, again, preparation is much more involved with weddings and just stress level, right? I mean, we've got to, you know, get the ceremony audio perfect, go downstairs, start the cocktail music, run back up here, get our gear out from under the stairs, set the whole rig up. They're flipping the room, so everybody's trying to like do this ballet around each other. Now we're gonna see the last few minutes of cocktail hour, get some B-roll of that, come back up here. Bride and groom are gonna see the room for the first time, send them back downstairs, and then big introduction. So we'll get that as well. Keep watching. Okay, so gear-wise, got pretty much what we always bring. Bunn Gear Command Center, both lighting tubes, movers, uplights, and you might be able to see it in the background, you might not. We did have to go Evolve 50 today instead of the Evolve 90s, which I've gotten early from our friends over at EV, because there's no elevator here, and we had to bring this stuff upstairs on a handicap lift, and it was unpleasant. Also got our friend Maggie here with our photo booth from Photobooth Supply Co. I think we're ready for a great party. I mean, anytime that the DJ and the photo booth are in the same place, like literally right on the dance floor, you're in for a good party. I can't stand it when they put the photo booth way away from the DJ because it takes away from the actual dance floor. So we're super stoked. I think it's gonna be a great party. Let's get it.
First in, the bride's parents, Debbie and George Bosserman. Let's give it up. Let's welcome our flower girls, Micah, Blakely, Georgia, and our junior groomsman, Harrison. Everybody on your feet right now. Towels out above your head, wave them like crazy. Everybody up, everybody up. It is my pleasure to bring in your bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Jim Stein Jr. Towels up.
All right, gang, we are back at the office. Just pulled up, it's midnight. We got down at about 10 till 11. Hard load out, as you can imagine, with no elevator and a raggedy lift, but we're back at midnight. And I'll say, man, if this was the first wedding of the season, Saquon, give it a B, solid B. I think we had a really good start to the season tonight, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, kind of seeing a little bit of the difference between corporates and weddings, you know, and my take on how they are so drastically different. I mean, at the end of the day, you're still there to entertain. Sometimes it's about being the MC and playing bumpers for when people are walking up to get awards, and sometimes it's to do the audio for a ceremony and basically autopilot the cocktail hour and then rock the hell out of a wedding. So, you know, we've got a lot of different roles as mobile DJs or as private event DJs, and if you're not doing corporate events, I highly suggest you do it, because as you saw, the other event on here was like on a Wednesday night, so it's prime weekday money, whereas the weddings are usually just Friday, Saturday, Sunday for us. So anyway, all's well that ends well. A great start of the season, and I wish you all a good night. Thank you so much for watching this. Subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and please leave me a comment. I love to read them and I love to respond to them. Thanks, y'all. See you next week with a brand new video.